Finally, a terrible wrong is being right. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. Good evening. Those were the words from Bill Cosby, longtime friend Felicia Rashad. She spoke those words in a tweet today shortly after he was released from prison. I see my sister is with me tonight. Hey, girl. Striking 70. I hope I said that right. And Miss Evans, good evening to you. Faith, good evening. Look at Oprah's sisters in the house tonight. Miss Winfrey, I humbly bow to you. Love you big time. Love you big time. So, with that being said, you know exactly where we are going tonight. She says, happy for Dr. Cosby. Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. So, I think we've been on air maybe 3 or 4 times today when the news broke. Um, I was going over some paperwork when the email popped up and then the breaking news story on CNN. J Rock is back with us tonight. Love you big time. Thank you so much for what you did earlier today. I greatly appreciate you. Miss Rich, good evening to you as well. So I stopped and I couldn't believe it. And I was overly excited about Bill Cosby release. So tonight, what I want to do, I'm gonna say some of the same things I said earlier today, and I'm gonna add some things to them. Um, for the simple fact that not everyone is happy that Bill Cosby has been released from prison. I don't know if they're not understanding what's really going on or how the justice system works, or maybe they just don't give a damn how the justice system works. But in order to be for justice, for fair justice, true justice, then you have to give a damn about the system. As I said earlier, and I'm gonna quote my sister, Yvette, she's on live with us tonight. She often says that we can't cherry pick which parts of the justice system that works for us and go against the other parts that we don't like. We can't do that. Dealing with the criminal justice system, no one will win every time. Rarely do both sides come out happy. What's justice for some is considered injustice to others. Bill Cosby spent more than 2 years in prison. He was sent to prison, started at 3 years to 10 years. And he was ordered to pay a fine of over $25,000 for prosecution. Incidentally, Bill Cosby's attorney, from what he said, did not know what was going on today. When he was on live outside of Bill Cosby's home, he said that he had just got word that they had fined Bill Cosby $2,000 and some dollars for not cutting the yard. So I don't know who takes care of the yard when Bill's not there. I don't know what's going on with that. But he was on his way to pay the fine when they called and said that Bill Cosby is a free man. And what happened is that his conviction was thrown out. It was overturned. It was overturned. Now, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, here's what they did not say. Here's what they did not say. Here's what they did not say. We are releasing Bill Cosby because we believe he is innocent. They know he's not innocent. They know that. He knows he's not innocent. But two technicalities walked him home. But the two technicalities that walked him home should have been the same technicalities that never walked him inside of a jail cell from a previous agreement with a prosecutor. Over 60 women, I think, alleged Bill did this, Bill did that, Bill did this, Bill did that, Bill had a white pill, Bill had a white pill. Okay. He did. He did. And in an agreement with a former prosecutor, he told him everything that happened. LaShawn Davis, good evening, LaShawn Davis. Welcome, welcome. Okay, ladies, there are two. My sister says they are too busy to understand that he had nothing to do with this. This is the one time that he can say, don't hate the player, hate the game. Hallelujah. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And that's it. So the agreement is that in a deposition, you will testify and you will tell us everything you did. You will tell us the truth. And in doing so, we will not prosecute you. We will not bring any charges up against you. We will not do that. We will not do that. Roberta Rich, thank you so much. I love you big time. Incidentally, if some of you can, if you have the app, you can get to the PayPal app or the Cash App, where you send your donations there, because we get them instantly. With the other ones, we have to wait 2 months before YouTube release anything. So if you're able to do that with the Cash App and the PayPal, they're at the bottom of the screen there scrolling. So he told what happened. Okay, here's the deal. You will not be prosecuted for nothing. Okay. But since we know we're dealing with an unjust system, they didn't give a damn. They knew about the previous agreement, yet and still they prosecuted Bill Cosby and sent him to prison. 83 years old. Does that mean that Bill Cosby gets a get out of jail free card because he's 83 years old? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But it shows you how biased the system can be when it comes to blacks and whites. They released other white men from prison without me having called their names. They sick. He might die. Bill Cosby, blind. He's sick. He might die. Don't give a damn. The 2017 trial cost the local government an estimated $219,000. Half of of the costs was spent on overtime for security guards and deputies, hotel rooms for the jury. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And so Cosby has to put that bill. But Bill Cosby, America's Dad, was not released from prison today because he's innocent. He was released from prison today because he made a deal with a former prosecutor. And they went against that. And the Pennsylvania Supreme Court simply said, that's a law. That's an agreement. We have to uphold that law. That's an unjust against Bill Cosby, whether he did it or not. And he must be released immediately. And Supreme Court went on a little further to say, and I know you all gonna want to try him for a third time. You can't do it. They put a period there. He cannot be retried. So he didn't make parole. So he showed no remorse. I don't know what they wanted to see from him. He showed no remorse. What kind of remorse could, he admitted to doing it. That's enough. So if he don't show remorse, then he stays in. But see how God came back and God stepped in and God overrided all of that foolishness and said, Bill, just be still. I got you. In just a few weeks, I got you. And he did. He sent Bill Cosby home. When I saw Bill Cosby for the first time up close today when he was in front of his home, incidentally, he had idiots out there in front of his home saying ugly things. And they shouldn't have been allowed to even be there. But they were. They were. But Bill Cosby didn't speak right then. He spoke to a CBS reporter earlier today at his home upstairs in the bedroom. Tarika Duncan interviewed Bill Cosby today, and she said he was extremely happy to be home, and he told the family that he wanted a pizza, and so that's what they ordered for Bill Cosby, a pizza. Now, there were some other ladies that testified in the last trial that should not have been in the courtroom to testify. It's another injustice. So the attorneys for these wrinkled up, expired old bags of raisins says that she's pissed. This is ridiculous. This is an insult to women. This tells women that it's okay for a man to rape you. It's okay for a man not to see your worth. It's okay because they let Bill Cosby out. He was sentenced 3 to 10 years. He was right there at the damn 3, either way it went. This is an unjust system. One of his accusers is on there now looking like a pink raisin. This is an injustice in this country to let Bill Cosby loose. You just hurt women that have been abused by other men. Bullshit. No, this is not an injustice. Here's what the injustice is. The injustice is the system making an agreement with Bill Cosby in a deposition to testify and tell everything he did, and he will not face any criminal charges. That's the injustice. That's the injustice. And before you sent him there, you knew this. You knew this, but you act like you did. That's the injustice right there. It doesn't say that women's voices have no value. we don't care about them. You can do what you want to women and you won't be prosecuted. That's bullshit. If it had not been for those two technicalities, he would still be in prison. R. Kelly is still in prison. That's why Bill Cosby was released from prison today. Cosby was forced to testify and had given 4 sworn depositions in civil proceedings, where he made several incriminating comments in 2005 in exchange for the DA's assurance that he would not be prosecuted. That's why he testified. They told him, we won't prosecute you. That testimony was later used in the criminal trial against Bill Cosby. The system is slick. They're clever. They've been doing this for many years. That's why I put out a post the other day, and I said, never ever speak with the police without an attorney. The first thing they're going to say is, why you're lawyering up? You must be guilty of something. Well, you can think what the hell you want to think. But think never walks into the courtroom. It's the burden of proof. They said that because they're pissed. They want you to confess to them to make them feel good. That you got a confession out of them. They say, you did a great job. Appreciate it. You did that. You cannot speak to police officers without an attorney or the advice of an attorney for things such as this, because they can use the words you say against you. Never ever speak to the police without an attorney. If you do, you'll be sorry you did. They break the laws. They make the laws. They just don't give a damn. They don't go by the laws. And so whatever you said, and they mean it, will be used against you in a court of law. Now, if you look at these women and how long ago this was, I'm not in their bodies, and I might be wrong for what I'm about to say. I could be 1,000,000% wrong. And, you know, I will be teachable until the day I die. But I just don't feel that these women are going through anything traumatic right now. Can't be. You know how long ago this was? If the law said that the only Bill Cosby, if found guilty, the only time he can receive to the max, watch me. If the law says 2 years is the max, okay, then that's what the justice system says. Okay? But no, it says 3 to 10. And that's what he was given. Was outside the guidelines. What was outside the guidelines? The state not holding up to their end of the deal. Simply put, a contract is only as good as the man or woman that will stand behind it. So Bill Cosby is a free man because of that, and he cannot be tried again. They are going to raise hell the next few days. They're going to raise hell. It's CNN. It's the news anchors on CNN. How could this happen? How could this be in this country? But nobody is bringing attention to what a former prosecutor agreed to with Bill Cosby. And they didn't live up to the agreement. Nobody's talking about that. So we just throw that out. We can throw that out because of what he did to the women. That don't mean nothing. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. But nobody is sounding the alarm on that one. J-Rock says, can you put in a call tonight? Are you asking, can you call in tonight, J-Rock? I think that's what he's asking. I'm trying to find a number for you. if that's what you're asking, J Rock, yeah, let's do, if you want to call in, it's 318 208 5584. 318 208 5584. If anyone would like to call in tonight and just share your opinion on Bill Cosby's release from prison. And so again, it's going to be 318 208 5584. I'm trying to get it set before they call and stuff. So what the system is now saying is that here's what we're going to do. We're going to overlook what the deal that the prosecutor made with Bill Cosby. We're going to overlook that. That don't mean anything to us. So we're going to act as if that agreement was never agreed upon. So now you're saying break the law to satisfy the accusers, right? That's not the way the criminal justice system works. It doesn't work that way. LaShawn Davis, good evening to you. Love you big time. It doesn't work that way. We have to accept some things sometimes in life that we do not want to accept. We have to. These women can remember the color bra they had on with Bill Cosby that night, the lace panties they had on that night, the color they painted their toenails, fingernails. They can remember what they ate, how the bed looked, the house looked, the room looked. But if you ask them, what did the pastor preach about in church last Sunday? Baby, you know my mind gone. Ain't like it used to be. But what was I don't remember. But you can remember some bullshit from 30 or 40 years ago. Doesn't make any sense. The statute of limitations for an individual, male or female, to file a complaint against someone for whatever they allege that person has done to them, the statute of limitations on that is entirely too long. It's entirely too long. You can be married, whether you did it or not, you enjoying life. 10, 15, 20 years later, Karen said you was feeling her breast when she was 13 and you was 36. Well, where's your evidence? That's what Karen said. It's not evidence. That's what she's saying. And we bring that shit to the courtroom. I don't think that's fair. It's not. The statute of limitations on filing a complaint with the police for someone raping you, molesting you, whatever the case may be, is entirely too long, and it must be short. Because a brother don't stand a chance in the courtroom when these allegations come up. Oh, he's guilty. Oh, he's guilty. And so now your life is interrupted. So, and I'm not trying to censor the women. And it's not as if what they're saying doesn't carry any weight. I'm not trying to bash the women. I'm simply saying that this has been too long. And you got justice in the courtroom. When they tried him and they convicted him, you got that justice. Today, Bill Cosby was released from prison because of justice. It went from an injustice to justice. That's why he was released. Now, if you can be okay with Bill Cosby going to prison for taking you to a hotel or his home or car or the limo or backstage and giving you a white pill, and you do whatever you do. Just do whatever you do. These were nothing but call girls. These were groupies. These were prostitutes. These were ladies of the evening, if that fits them better. I ain't no prostitute. I'm a lady of the evening. Whatever, you're selling it. So if Bill Cosby raped you, if Bill Cosby drugged you, the first time, why you go back a second time? You like them old freaking sex games. That's why you went back. Nobody's talking about how the women are now on CNN bashing Bill Cosby because he's free. Bill Cosby didn't set himself free. The prosecutor, the former prosecutor, set him free. 2 injustices in the last trial walked him out that door. So if you're angry, be angry with the system. When he got convicted, you had your pom-poms. This is justice. This is a great day in America. The American dad is going to jail, and I hope he dies. This has been so hard on me and my family. I can't even eat yellow. I can't. There was a party that day. You enjoyed yourselves. Justice was served. Now, why can't you come to the mic today and say, it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't? Justice freed him. If I'm for justice, this is my case. My testimony, he'll put in there. But if there was an injustice in the trial, and the justice system knows this needs to be corrected, how can you be okay with the justice system knowing it needs to be corrected, but don't correct it? Justice is justice. You may not agree with everything that I'm saying, but I know you feel me just the same. I'm going to read a couple of things to you that about Bill Cosby's life in prison. The court overturned the decision because they believe Cosby's due process. The court which overturned the decision because they believe Cosby's due process was violated, and that any further prosecution of these particular charges was not allowed. This is the justice system that the women went to chastise Bill Cosby for sexually assaulting them. This is the same system. It's the same system. It's the same system. So if you was okay with it then, watch this. You're in church on Sunday. You're in church on Sunday. Got to remember, been there for a while. On that dope. On that dope. Drinking all the time. Drinking all the time. Having people float through life. So God speaks through the minister one Sunday. And while God is speaking to the minister relays that message to the church. You know what's going on with Roderick. And it's as if the pastor done peeked inside of Roderick's window and his whole life is being unfolded. And you, amen, hallelujah, look at it, Tell it, testify, pastor, testify. Let him use your pastor, let him use him. And God is killing out people. Oh, this is a wonderful pastor. Oh, I love it. I'm going to give an extra 50 today. Hold your thought. Now, next Sunday, you back in church. Roderick back in church. That same God. That same God
that same God is about to speak through that same minister on sin. But here's the kicker. He's speaking through that man, and he's talking about you because you are married and you're having sex with Willie's wife. You know, the woman that's in the choir. So God using him now to speak to you about your sin. And now you say, he ain't God, he don't know everything. Because he done struck a nerve with you. But last Sunday, amen, hallelujah. Oh, Pastor God used you today. Woo! Now he's not a man of God. He ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect but Jesus. I hope I'm making some sense this evening. Yvette says Trump let his friends out of jail. Were they mad then? Woo, that's heavy. And he did it. He did it. Bill Cosby admitted his wrong, accepted his punishment like a man. Someone on the side of the stairs. He was convicted of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman 14 years ago at his Pennsylvania home. CNN and others said they tried to speak to the DA today. They had no comment. When they convicted him, hell, they was calling in to CNN. So if you are for right, then you're for right, regardless to which side it's on. The first trial resulted in a hung jury. And the second trial resulted in a guilty verdict following 2 days of jury deliberation. So what do? We go against the same system that you believed in to help you expose and convict the American dad. You get my point. It's not gonna, you can't win always. J Rock says, talking to my sister, he says, damn, you dropped a bomb now. Amen, she did. She did. You know, and it reminds me of, they're trying to put the committee together to look into what really happened on January the 6th. Anybody that opposes trying to find out what happened, anybody that opposes trying to find out what happened, anybody that opposes trying to find out what happened, they know what happened. That's why they oppose it. They're in the middle of it. They know when you begin to pull that one curtain back, they're going to have to start pulling a whole lot of Republicans curtain. Got to put them back. So everybody in on it. Everybody in on it. What man or woman in his or her right mind would be in disagreement with trying to find out what went wrong? Why wasn't we prepared? How did they really get in? Where were they staying? This wasn't no spontaneous event. You walk in the wall, baby, let's go down and do something at that Capitol. You got no Trump won an election. Hey, Bill, I'll go with you too. God, come on. So you start calling your buddies. And you got thousands and thousands of finna overtake the Capitol. That wasn't no spontaneous event. That was a planned event. As far as the Republicans concerned and Donald Trump, nothing went wrong on January the 6th. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't, because it did exactly what they wanted it to do. It served the powers that be. You are going against the United States Constitution. Our democracy don't mean a damn thing. You're raping our democracy, and you don't see anything wrong with it. A Republican gets on the elevator when one of the former Capitol Police officers was trying to shake his hand. He looked at him like, who the hell are you? They're mad because he's speaking out about what happened. And now he's got some brain injuries. This man was protecting them up until the time he wouldn't shake his hand. That's your protector. That's your lifeline. That's your heaven on earth. That's your help. That's your 911. And you disrespect him and don't shake his hand because you pissed, because he's in agreement with finding out what went wrong. Donald Duck and every Republican that continues to push this damn lie about an election fraud, it should be somewhere in there. They can all be censored, because every time they speak this lie, it gets worse and worse in this country. They're telling a goddamn lie. You done went to 30, 40, 50 courts. Each one of them said, get this bullshit out of here, dude. You don't file a motion without evidence. Trump should know that by now. Many times he's been in a bankruptcy courtroom. There's no evidence. So you're going to say, damn what the courts said, damn what over 80 million people in America said, we're going to give this election to Donald Duck because he won it. And now he's out speaking again, which is one of the many reasons he can't get back on Facebook for about 2 damn years, because he's still peddling that bullshit story. Mary had a little line, she was white snow. I'm going to be reinstated in August. And his supporters believe that. How? You lost the election. There is no reinstating you. You're done. We're through with you. And you're still floating through the country peddling that lie. Voter fraud, voter fraud. And people are being attacked because they're not in agreement with that bullshit. This is the only Tricky Dick. If you remember Tricky Dick. Tricky Dick against Donald Duck. Tricky Dick, Richard Nixon, looks like a Boy Scout next to this insignificant South Suburb, Donald Duck. Even Tricky Dick listened to the Republicans when they walked into his office. Look, Tricky Dick, it's over, bro. Get on Marine One and get your ass on, because you're tearing up the country. They don't care about you saying you're sorry. They want you to leave. And Tricky Dick said, yes, you're right. And he left. Remember when Trump said, if they said Biden won, I'm not going to leave the White House when he comes. Bullshit, bitch. You're going to leave. You don't run this shit. You will leave. You will leave. You and your plastic blow-up porn doll. Our democracy is still under attack in the United States. Now, if people are not mad about that, if people are not speaking against that, I don't know how the hell you can be mad about any goddamn thing else. You laid down with Bill Cosby because you wanted some chocolate dick, and you got it. And you got the white pill with it too. I take it, I wake up, buck naked, and oh, Bill, where's my bra? Roberta Reed says, yes, Mary Elizabeth, you are. That was the plan. Attack Congress as part of the voter rights regulations being. Just preach. That's it. That's it. With the lies about voter fraud, you see where we're at now. The black vote is under attack. It's not the white folks. It's the black vote. It's the Democrats, especially those that mail in their ballots. See, these lies, you see what it's doing? It's causing disruption in the United States, and even foreign leaders are still laughing at us because we are still allowing a jackass to speak. I thought the first time a jackass spoke would be the last time. Y'all know when the jackass first spoke in history, right? I'm not gonna say it. Somebody gonna put it in the comments. Somebody gonna put it there. So this is the second time in history for me that a jackass speaks. Not to mention the little ducklings listen. I'm trying to bring it home, Mary. I'm trying to bring it home. Rupert Johnson, good evening to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we don't want you to vote no more because you niggas don't know how to act. Y'all showed up and y'all showed out, and now this country is in a goddamn mess. This country is in a goddamn mess, not for two reasons. Trump walked in the White House, but the first reason is when Mary had a little lamb ugly ass laid down and had sex, trying to get a nut, but wind up creating a nut. That's why the country is in a mess. You all put somebody in the White House that don't give a damn about the United States of America. God forbid he even be allowed on Pennsylvania Street again, whatever it is, Black Lives Matter. God forbid. Everything he did was against the United States Constitution. That's what fucked up this country. That's why this country is still on a fast goddamn ride to hell, because you got demons on demons running the shit. Sometimes you gotta put politics to the fucking side and say, don't y'all think today will be a good day to listen to the people of this country? Well, why they want to do that? Mitch, why would we do that? Well, they put us in there. Oh, damn them. No, ain't no damn us. It's no damn us. You cannot control this country. You cannot control people's thoughts. You cannot control their ways. You cannot control the vote. You don't come on Twitter in the middle of the election 20 minutes ago, you said nothing because you was winning, and now 5 states you're losing in, and you go to Twitter and go, stop the steal. Stop counting. I'm on my way. Bullshit. We don't do that. We don't stop counting because your dumb ass is losing. Roberta, Rich says this was retaliation for Obama. Very well possible. Very well possible. Because let me tell you something. Trump would often say that President Obama was a disaster. He didn't do anything. He did nothing the whole 8 years. And so then President Obama would come and say, well, if I did nothing for 8 years, what the hell are you keep trying to undo that I didn't do, that I did? He should never use that word to describe anybody. He was a man. Now he's talking about Rudy. Oh, he's a terrible attorney. He's terrible. You're no more good to him. Trump is a user. Trump is a wannabe. Trump is a narcissist. Trump suffers from low self-esteem. Trump is used to winning. Trump is used to winning. So how did he win? Not fair. He wins because he cheats. Do you know why people cheat? Because they know they can't win. That's why they cheat. And he thought he could run this country the way he ran this company. But if you'd have checked his background, if you'd have checked the courts, you would have realized one thing. He ain't no good goddamn businessman either, because he's always in bankruptcy court. Somebody understand? I don't care how impressive a resume is. You never know what you got until you get it. And so some white folks was just voting for Trump to piss blacks off because they was racist white people. But what they weren't planning on is when he got in there, he started trying to fuck with their money. He went, let's stop Section 8, let's stop this. Oh, wait, no, dude. That's how we pay our mortgage. No, don't fuck with that. He didn't give a damn. So the joke's on them. This shit backfired. And so many people that voted for that jackass the first time, don't you mean? I can't do it again. I just cannot do it again. I can't do it again. I mean, they will also, I'm in the area I voted for, and you should be. No goddamn government experience whatsoever. Dumb as a box of goddamn rocks. So dumb you can't spell .com. This the same son of a bitch. Look it up if you think I'm lying. Not know what day the election would be held for president of the United States, and you running for that office. Bill Cosby has paid for what he did. Bill Cosby has paid for what he did. And this is the only other proof that I can give you. Pennsylvania Supreme Court tossed Cosby's convictions, ruling that the prosecutor who brought the case was bound by his predecessor's agreement never to charge actor and comedian Bill Cosby. Cosby was 3 years to a 3 to 10 year sentence after being found guilty of drugging and assaulting Andrea, that ugly woman that looks like a painter with a hair up there like that. What's that lady name? Miss Drysdale from the Beverly Hills. Yeah. So anyway, he was the first big star to be convicted in the Me Too era. See, fuck that. Fuck that, who's first? Who gives a damn about who's first to get convicted? But what they're telling you through a subliminal message is that if the Me Too movement wants your ass to sit down and not move, it shall be. It shall be. Mary Elizabeth says, Brother Scott, didn't all this white pill theory come about when Mr. Cosby was in the means of buying CBS or one of the networks? You know, we often talked about that, and I believe that may be true. Here's the deal, and it can also, we can connect it to R. Kelly. Okay, let's say it is true, 100%. So that means that I'm about to do my own thing. I'm no longer up under your umbrella, because the money that I want to make and think I deserve, I can never get that while I'm up under your umbrella, because you're never going to make me make as much as you'll make. You're going to give me a little bit, just a little bit, and that little bit will keep me coming back every day while you reap the big bucks. So now what you're telling me is you want to leave. After all I've done for you. After all I've done for you. You want to branch out? No, nigga. No, nigga. No, nigga. I don't give a damn what the people say. No, you're not free. I own your black ass. And that's the way they think. R. Kelly. R. Kelly was getting ready to do this to it. Okay, they say he was. No, Kelly, you can't go nowhere. Bullshit. Kelly is a one-man show. I don't give a damn if he found guilty or not. One thing we cannot take away from R. Kelly, and let me say this real quick. I still listen to R. Kelly music. I still love his music. I still listen to R. Kelly music. I love it. And I'll be listening to it until the day I die. So now, I made you. I made you, and this is how you repay me. You want to go and do your own thing? Hell, come on, dude. No, don't do this. You're going to regret this. See, in that type of industry, you are not a human to them. You're a commodity. You're a commodity. When my sister Bernadette and her husband Tony went to Mississippi 3 years ago, and we went looked at some of the mansions, some of the slave quarters. When we left the restaurant that morning, there was a lot of us, and we were just laughing and talking on our way to the mansion. I've never been. I'm ready. This is an experience for me. I never forget. I can't wait to talk about it. So everybody laughing and talking. But in like watch this here. Just like this here. Everybody got quiet. Nobody said nothing. All you saw was green grass. And it was like an eerie spirit had entered into us. And we knew where we was at, and everybody got quiet. So when we got out of the vehicle, we still went down here. We got scared. Now I said, you don't think they need no more slaves? I ain't got on the right shoes. So anyway, I remember telling Bernadette, my sister, I said, I like that. And she said, what? I said, they playing this to all the way to the TV. The man said, a black lady just came there, and this year's gonna be, and she got this maid outfit on, and she's opening the door for us. And Bernadette said, that's the maid. That's the maid. I couldn't believe it. I'm trying to bring it, Mary. I'm trying to bring it. I couldn't believe it. And I'm gonna put that picture out tonight, tomorrow. I put the one out of me and Bernadette's husband a few days ago, Tony. But I want you to see the one when I was walking up to the mansion, and I must have been the last one to go in. She was standing there holding the door for me. And good morning, sir. Sounds just like a nigga from 1812. So you got the accent and all that shit. But this was the real maid. And she had that nigga mentality. So the black woman came out who owned it. She said, Miss Scott, I want y'all to know, I never owned slaves. I inherit this mansion. We don't give a damn about all that. But, and I guess she feel a need to tell us that, you know, when we're coming at she, no shit. So anyway, we had to listen to her talk in a room for about 2 damn hours. And that was like being locked into a room and you cannot leave out until you listen to Donald Trump speak. So she had a piece of paper, and this is going with how you become a commodity. They don't see you as human, they see you as an object, inanimate object, void of any understanding. So they passed out a piece of paper like this, and it had a cover on it though, but just like this here. Oh, right here, just like that. On that white piece of paper, there was a list of slaves' names. To the other side, it gave you their weight and height. The other column told you what they would be good at doing. The other column told you how much that slave was worth. They would have some of them standing up there buck naked. I'm saying buck naked. People say, there's a strong nigga here. It's a strong nigga. He's really good. And so they have men naked, women naked. And this is property. These are not humans. Property. And all the nigga could do was what Master said do. Back in the day, the white man used niggas. And I keep saying nigga because let me tell you something. There's a difference between a nigga and a black person. You might not like it, but we got some niggas that's entirely too damn happy. So we looking at how they would size them up. And they would come in sometimes for the white family. And they said, Man Lou, let's get some of them niggas in here tonight. What you want to do, Dan? Let's get some niggas in here. Let's get a fight on and stuff. Okay, they go fetch the niggas. See, the niggas was the white man's entertainment. So they would come in there, true story, pull up the second line to bring it up like a bag it up. They would come in there and boom, boom, they would fight one another. We don't even know. They beating one another's ass because they're entertainment for the white man. Incidentally, if y'all know some of these today, tell them to stop the bullshit because in 2021, some of them still making the white man giggle. In 2021, you made an ass out of yourself and you don't have to do that now. But this was the real deal. And so they took us down into the slave quarters. Now the slaves was not allowed to go down that way. The slaves had another entrance way down, way down. And so when we opened the door, it was a puddle of water that had been raining. Inside, there was a little hole in the roof. It was wet. And so it was dark. Every tool that the slaves were using, they had laid out. The same rollaway beds, same mattress, the sheets on it, they tear up. And everybody, for the second time, we all got quiet. Some of us even shedded some tears because we could feel the slave spirit in there. And I'm like, this way was there. But the way we went down and went up, they were never allowed to do that, but we did. And often, when I think about slavery, I often think about my mom and what she went through. And I have to quickly raise that thought because I can become real evil. Just thinking about how you did, mom, my dad, grandma, or whatever. But today, in 2021, y'all, a whole lot ain't changed. A whole lot ain't changed. And I mean it when I say we have entirely too many happy niggas in America. J-Rock says they come after black men that are influential to the culture and are about to gain. Whoa! I feel that. I feel that. Listen, J-Rock, here's the thing. I like that. That's it. Here's the thing. A nigga is never a threat to the white man. A nigga is never a threat to the white man because the white man controls that nigga. Now, a black man, come on, J-Rock, a black man is the white man's, he's threatened by us, the black man. See, you don't worry about that nigga, because that nigga gonna tell him everything we doing, or even if he had a dream about something we might want to do. Hey, mouse up. But a black woman, a black man with a voice that people listen to, you're a problem. You're a problem child. You start trouble. They took away the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's Facebook page, and he said that he was trouble. Someone said, he ain't no trouble. I said, yes, he is trouble. He is a threat. He is a threat to their system. He is a threat to the old boy system. He is a threat to Jim Crow because he's awakened. And now he's speaking to his people to get as many as he can to stop sleeping with their eyes open. But if you just talking bullshit, doing bullshit, you're on Facebook and you're talking about Beyonce pregnant again and then baby bump and all that, and Nicki Minaj turning 50 and she's pregnant, she should be arrested for that, trying to kill the baby. That's bullshit. That's entertainment. And a friend of mine, Robert Thomas, he often said, some black people would rather be entertained than informed. And that's the truth. That's true. I can put something out there tonight about Bill Cosby. With Bill Cosby, it might get some attention, but not what it needs. But if I go talking about some bullshit or who Stallion and Cardi B are doing, that shit will go viral just like that. You have a platform. Social media has given black people a platform to do the damn thing. Use it before you lose it. Stop sharing bullshit. Stop discussing bullshit. Awaken yourself so you can awake others. You share Jerry Springer shit all day long. Bullshit. But you bypass serious shit. Oh, fuck that. You must wake up. You must wake up and grab hold to yourself because you're going to lose yourself. Who you are when you're by yourself, that's the real you. He then says they are afraid of educated blacks. Always have been and always will be. To God be the glory. That's it right there. That's it right there. You're a threat because oftentimes I hear people say in describing themselves, see, I think outside of the box, but I never had to think outside of a damn box because my mind has never been inside of a damn box. And this is going to another level. You have to stop answering. Well, I'm out of time. You have to stop answering to every damn name Master given. Come here, boy. Okay. Hey, nigger. Okay. Hey, Negro. Okay. Hey, Blackie. Okay. Hey, Black. Okay. Hey, African American. Okay. You answer to all of that shit because you have no earthly idea who the hell you are. You're living the script written out by somebody else. That's why your life is miserable. Because you're living somebody else's dream because you don't know who you are. Yes, man. Who are you? I'm a police officer. And I say, who are you? I'm a police officer. Who are you? That's not who you are. That's what you do. So sometimes you got to stop and get somewhere in a quiet space and have a meeting with yourself. And when you have a meeting with yourself, we're going to get out of here. When you have a meeting with yourself, a true divine meeting, here's what's going to happen. You're going to laugh like you never laughed before. And you're going to cry like a newborn baby. But most of all, you're going to see yourself in a different light. And you'll begin to respect yourself and you'll begin to respect your brother and your sisters because everything that you want for you and your family, you want the same for the other. You're not going to let the Willie Lynch syndrome live in your house. So sometimes when you get in your vehicle, don't cut that radio on because you're listening to the constant sound of that bass because you don't want to hear the inner man begin to speak to you and say, do this and don't do that. Get in your car one day and ride without the music on. Find out who you are. Find out what you are. Get your ass there and sit down and be still and stop running from house to house, from man to man, from woman to woman. And if you keep meeting people that beat you and degrade you, that says something about you. You got something on the inside of you that attracts that kind of bullshit. So before you pull your panties down again or your boxers down again, go get to yourself. Find out who you are. Get yourself together. You don't have to answer to what they're calling. I've been called every name but the name on the birth certificate. But to God be the glory, I saw my name. Oh Lord, I saw my name. We got to go, y'all. I don't know how we got there. I don't know how we got there tonight. Okay, thank you, Mary Elizabeth. Mary Elizabeth says she sees the Cash App under no, she said something. The Cash App is, yes, I did something. The Cash App is simple. It's the $, Eddie Mays Boy. $, Eddie Mays Boy. $, Eddie Mays Boy. PayPal is paypal.me, and Justice got you. Thank you so much. I love you big time. So we got to get out of here because my voice is about gone. But Bill Cosby has served his time. Now let that man live his life. He's still got a lot of things going on. And I know how it feels to be home from prison because I've been there. And before we leave, I'm going to quote my sister again. We cannot cherry pick which parts of the law that is acceptable to us and what we will yield to. We can't do that. If there's a technical, I don't care. It could be the individual that killed my nephew. If that person has been sentenced and they did something wrong, deliberately or unintentional, if they see that, they must address that. Well, what if it sends them home early? I can't do nothing about that. That's the justice system. That's the justice system. But you would not always be okay with the justice system because it's not Burger King. You can't have it your way. Y'all, I got to get out of here. I mean, sweating like a virgin on prom night and stuff. Oh, you're sending money to me up on a different name. Is that what you're saying, Elizabeth? I think that's what she's saying. Okay, if that's what you're saying, okay, that's fine then. But thanks for letting me know that it will be you that's sending it. Yeah, I got to get out of here because look at me, I'm sweating. I think I'm sweating, y'all. I got to go. We love you guys big time. Remember, justice is justice. If you stand for justice, then you have to stand for justice all the way. You have to. You have to. This is over with. He can't be retried. What's done is done. It's as simple as that. These people will lay awake all night long trying to figure out how to lock him back up. And they're going to give themselves a nervous breakdown because it's just not happening. Before you say you stand for justice, you need to look up the word justice. If you can, as always, we charge no one. Leave a donation to one of the apps to Cash App, $ Eddie Mays Boy. Okay, thank you, Mary Elizabeth. And the other one is paypal.me/justice. It's down on the marquee down there. I love you all so much. Appreciate you all tuning in. I know we haven't been here in a while because a lot of things been going on and back and forth in Monroe and got some health issues going on with me and some other things which needed my undivided attention. I told Yvette today, I love you too. I love it. I love it. I love it. So hopefully we can start coming on back. Who knows? We may be back tomorrow night Who knows? If they said Trump been locked up, you know I'm coming on there. You know I'm coming on there. I'm gonna buy me some brand. I'm in a big thing of it, and we're gonna talk all night long. I'm gonna get tore up from the floor up. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigations. Remember, I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.